With San Diego Comic-Con and Fundays only a few short weeks away, today we're going to be breaking down the top 5 most burning questions that we have moving into these events. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So as you guys can see, we have officially moved from Massachusetts to New Jersey, and we're currently in our temporary studio setup. And I'm very excited to talk about San Diego Comic-Con and specifically Fundays, and we're gonna provide you guys with what I think is the top 5 most burning questions that everybody in the community is just dying to know the answers to. And we have a lot of big things happening over the course of this summer, specifically San Diego Comic-Con, which is arguably the biggest event for Funko throughout the year. And of course, they have their giant Funko party, aka known as Fundays. If you guys have never heard of Fundays before, it is a big event thrown specifically by Funko for fanatics. There's live performances, there's food, and the most important thing that happens at Fundays is we usually get some very exciting Freddies and very limited pieces that are given away to the attendees. Plus, there is a take-home box that is dropped on Funko's website, so if you don't have the opportunity to attend San Diego Comic-Con or Fundays in general, you can participate in the event virtually by grabbing one of these event boxes online. So without further ado, let's jump into question number 1. Now, for this year specifically, there's a lot of things happening with Funko, and we not only have Freddy Funko as well as Proto the dog as the mascots representing the company, we have a newcomer adding to the trio of mascots with Franny. Now, Franny was released at C2E2. We got that first 3,000 piece limited edition exclusive figure. There's also been a handful of Frannys that were released with the Funame NFT drop. But the first question that I'm proposing, and I think a lot of other collectors are wondering as well, is Funko going to be overdoing it and giving us a lot of Franny pops for this year's San Diego Comic-Con and Fundays event? I think without a doubt we are going to see at least a handful of Franny Funkos, specifically licensed Frannys, and maybe we'll see her dress up as Wonder Woman or Black Widow. Who knows? There are countless possibilities. I'm hoping that Funko doesn't overdo it and they just give us a few Frannys to look forward to and try to collect, as opposed to just giving us like 20 or 30 and overwhelming collectors with trying to get them all. And of course, that will put a strain on our, our pockets and our wallets. So I definitely hope Funko kind of just eases us into the brand new mascot. And now that we have Franny Funko out of the way, let's talk about the virtual Fundays take-home boxes that are going to be dropping on Funko's website, which leads us into question number 2. When will these boxes actually drop? Collectors and fanatics, of course, are always wondering around this time of the year, hoping to get the latest information as quickly as possible as to when these boxes will drop, and of course to, how much these boxes are going to cost. In general, I would budget about $100. Just put that aside for the cost of this box. Last year they were $105. The year before that they were $75. So just on average in general, just tuck away about $100 for this box drop. Last year was kind of weird. Last year they dropped the box on the actual date of the Fundays event over in San Diego Comic-Con, California. I really hope they do it like years past, where they actually drop the boxes about a week beforehand, so that way they can all get shipped out to all the collectors and fanatics at home, so that way we can open up our boxes, in our homes and, pretend to participate in the event while it's going on over in San Diego Comic-Con at Fundays, where all the other collectors and fanatics who are there in person are actually opening up their boxes. So that's what I hope Funko does, but of course we will be paying attention to all the news sources and all the the outlets that we pay attention to on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. So as long as you guys are stay tuned to the channel, we will of course let all you guys know when we find out when those boxes will be dropping online. Now, the next question that I have, and I think this is a huge one, especially with soda collectors, will there actually be soda sodas in this year's take-home box of fun. Last year for the Camp Fundays take-home box of fun, we got 2 sodas and 4 pops. The year before that, we didn't have any sodas because sodas had not reached their peak of popularity. I think Funko just started to realize that a lot of collectors were getting into the sodas, and that's why they made the change for the 2022 Fright Night boxes, and then moving into the 2023 Take-Home Fundays boxes, where they actually included some sodas. And I thought it was great, and the way they actually packaged last year's Camp Fundays box, the sodas were separated from the pops, so the pops did not get damaged. That was an issue, if you guys recall, from 2022, the Fright Night boxes, where the sodas were sitting on top of the pops. They actually damaged some of the pops in those boxes, and that, you know, as you guys can imagine, upset a lot of collectors, us included. When we're buying a box directly from Funko, I want all of the contents to be in as near mint condition as possible, because you are the first owner of those items, and they're just going to get damaged and dinged up over time. Now, with everything that's changed over the last couple years, specifically over the last 12 months, Funko is producing less sodas. So I think it's actually very unlikely that we're going to be getting sodas in the take-home box of fun. However, that's not to say that we may not get separate sodas that are given out either at Fundays or just dropped on Funko's website for the San Diego Comic-Con event. But at this time, I would be very surprised, not to say it's impossible, but I would be very surprised if Funko actually included sodas in this year's box of fun like they did last year. Now, this next question is a huge one, and I know it's one that I would imagine a lot of hardcore and longtime Funko collectors likely have on their mind. It's something that I'm really curious to find out. If you guys recall, from last year, we got a wide variety of Freddy Funko characters, as well as different piece counts, and I was very excited when I started seeing the leaks from the Fundays event come through via pictures on Instagram and people's videos and Twitter and everything that we have. I saw a lot of really cool Freddys, and I noticed right off the bat there was a lot of very low piece counts. We were talking 500 piece, 250 piece, and even a few in the 100 piece limited edition range. Absolutely insane, and it's something that Funko should be getting back to on a more consistent and regular basis, with them going back to their roots as a collectible company and not trying to branch out and become more of a toy company. So I'm going to be very curious, especially with some of the items that I just discussed, with there being probably less sodas and a lot of Frannies now showing up for San Diego Comic-Con. I would love to see, once again, some very, very limited characters that are released at the Fundays event. And for our final burning question in regards to this year's Fundays, this is a big one because this year's Fundays is very unique. This year, the theme is Freddy's Fantastic Voyage, so everything's gonna be pirate themed, and we have a lot of really cool mascots to look forward to, but there's also one big key detail that separates this year's Fundays from all the previous events that Funko has done. This year, they are actually holding a 2-day Funday celebration. In the past, it's always been 1 day, but this is a big step for Funko and something that I'm actually commending them for, as they want to get double the amount of fanatics and collectors to experience the excitement and the joy of a Fundays event. I would love to go to Fundays, and our goal is to actually get there next year, but I'm curious in regards to this year's Fundays event, with it being 2 days. You gotta think there's gotta be something different about one of the days. Now, Mike Becker has stated via social media that there will be the exact same performance and the exact same show both nights, with the exact same items likely being given out to those guests. However, Funko has been known to give us a lot of curveballs in their history, and I would not put it past them to give out at least one different event from the first day compared to the second day. They may give out a special item on the first day, and then give out a different unique special item on the second day to those attendees. And it could be something as basic or as simple as a pin. It doesn't have to be a pop or a specific, exclusive or anything like that. I just find it really shocking if they're going to make both days completely identical down to a T. that's just something that I'm really curious about, and I really hope that this year for Fundays in general that it is a massive success, because I would love to see them continue to do multiple days, and maybe, who knows from now, maybe 5 years from now, it'll be a 3-day celebration, and they'll just try to bring in as many fanatics as possible, because without a doubt, all over the world, Funko is insanely popular, and there are people that travel from every single corner of the globe to Fundays. So the more people that get to go to this event, the more people that get to enjoy in the, the spirit of Funko and connect with more people in the community in person is just something that we are just firmly all in for, and I hope Funko continues to do it. But those are my 5 burning questions as to Fundays and everything going on this year with San Diego Comic-Con. So far, everything is looking to be pretty awesome. I'm loving the theme, loving the mascots, really excited for the boxes, and I also hope we don't get any reveals or any leaks for anything that's going to be in the boxes right up until either the box drop on the website or the actual Fundays event happening in person. I want to be as surprised and as shocked as we were last year without the sticker hiccups and the, exclusive mess up that they messed up with last year. But nevertheless, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Did I miss a big question? Is there something else on your mind that you guys are curious about? We are also excited because even though we are not going to San Diego Comic-Con and Fundays this year, we will be hosting our annual shopping live stream right here on the channel, where we'll be trying to buy the Fundays boxes right along you guys. So if you're not doing anything on that day, even if you're not trying to buy one of the Fundays boxes, when that date is announced, we will of course put up the live stream so you guys can set the notification reminders. But enough about Fundays, enough about San Diego Comic-Con. It is Monday, and it is time for our weekly Monday Motivation segment. Every single week here on the channel, we like to bring you guys a small piece of Monday motivation to help kickstart your week and get you through the toughest day of the week, which is typically Monday. And for today's Monday motivation, I want you guys to sit down and look at your calendar, look at your phone, and realize that, oh my gosh, it is almost the end of June, and we are just about halfway through 2024. I don't know how that happened. Time has just been flying, but a lot has happened this year, and I want everyone to reflect on where they are in their life here in the 2024, almost at the midway point, and realize how much you've done and be proud of what you have done, for yourself, for others in your life up to this point. I know there's a lot of people that are celebrating graduations right now, whether it's from middle school, high school, college, if you're going to grad school, you might have just graduated from that. There's a lot of people that are celebrating, maybe getting a job promotion or maybe securing a new house, because this is when, a lot of people usually move right when school gets out. So I truly think that no matter where you are in life, coming up on this halfway point of 2024, you have something to be proud of in your life, whether it's something super small or a massive mega life accomplishment. Be proud of yourself, because you worked for whatever you've achieved so far throughout the year, and you definitely earned, you earned yourself a little pat on the back or a little moment or a little treat. Maybe go down to your favorite restaurant, go grab a meal or something. Be proud of what you've done, because I don't think we take enough time in our lives to realize how much we've done, because we're always so focused on the next thing, the next task, the next item that we just have to check off. And we really need to just take a step back every once in a while and be proud of what we've accomplished. So that's going to do it for me, guys. We will actually be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. So we're going to be giving you guys a little life update, everything that's going on with Joanna and myself. Give you guys a little update now that we're post part 1 of the move. So if you guys aren't doing anything, come on over tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. We're probably going to be live for about an hour, hour and a half. Just want to run through all the updates that we have to share with you guys, answer any questions, provide any feedback. Joanna just did a big shakeup with the Patreon and channel member group chats over on Instagram, which, by the way, I want to just express my gratitude one more time to everybody who is a Patreon member and or a channel member. Thank you guys so much for all your support. We had the very great opportunity of traveling to Niagara Falls Comic-Con last weekend. If you guys didn't see any of those videos, definitely check them out. But we could not have gone to that convention without your support. So thank you guys so much. And if you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, the link is down below. Same with being a channel member right here through YouTube. You guys are the best, and we are just truly extremely grateful for your support. So that's going to do it. We'll see you guys tonight right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score.